So welcome to another episode of the Double D podcast, and we found the missing part of the D, which is Heavy D.
Boom! The brother is back!
He is back.
He's now, dude!
And we've got two guests today. Fight Fan TV here. Introduce yourself, my guy.
Fight Fan TV, how you doing?
And we've got
Grim Sickers
Sickers here. My guy.
Come on.
It's about to go down. Let's get it.
Yes, man, yes.
Glad to have these guys on the show, but listen, I think we should first kick off with the Chisora price. Now, listen, man, Chisora, there's all surgeons. You was there?
Yeah, I went.
You was there? But as I said, we're in Mill Hill now. There's only one thing to do.
Yeah.
Oh, there it Chisora.
Hey, enough. No. I'm not interested in that song.
There it Chisora.
Not at all. Forget it. Shut up. Bloody idiot. There's no donkey songs in here. We're not interested in that. Forget the donkey. Who's the donkey now? But listen now. Credit where credit's due. The donkey put on the show. He got the stoppage. I think it was the right thing from Price's team to save him for another day. It was an excellent bit of cornering, because if it went on any longer, he would have got smoked, and it would have took maybe a lot more mileage off his tank. He can fight another day, he can come again. But credit to Chisora, he went out there and done what he needed to do, he got the win, and he's possibly in a position to fight for the WBO vacant title against Usyk. I heard that's the talk that's going around town. I wouldn't be annoyed if he got that opportunity. I'd prefer my bro Dean Whyte to get the opportunity first, but if they gave it to Chisora, I think he's been in the game long enough to deserve a world title shot against a caliber opponent, like that, and maybe that might be his final swan song or whatever, because he probably gets smoked. I know he'll give it his all, come forward all night and take pure lick in his mouth, and it will be interesting. What are your thoughts?
Can I say quickly? Basically, right, I'll give you your shout. I know you want to say something. Basically, there's a lot of talk between Derek Chisora and Usyk, right, for the vacant, right, But the thing about it is, where does Dean Whyte fit into this? You know what I mean? Why is he being overlooked and stuff? And maybe he probably deserves his shot more. But Derek Chisora has been working quality behind the scenes, and I think possibly the World Super Series being talked about in February. Put the WBO belt on the line, Eddie Hearn, and make it the Super Series, and then you got the ring belt. Maybe not the ring belt because it's heavyweights. So we just have the Arlie Trophy and the WB belt on the line to whoever gets the winner, whoever wins that competition. And I think that Derek Chisora, Dean Whyte, Usyk, Hrgovic, serious thing, man, and make it all the competition. Seriously, all the competition for the WB belt, WBO belt.
Let me just interject. Sorry, guys. Let me answer your question for you.
I think that's
you're just on a rant. Certain fighters won't enter that because they're in a different monetary bracket.
Right.
My bro, for one, he's a pay-per-view fighter. I know Chisora is somewhat of a pay-per-view fighter, but he doesn't sell the same amount of tickets, and the numbers don't lie what he does. So the likelihood of him entering that competition is very slim to none. I'm not 100% saying that's true, but he possibly wouldn't do that. Usyk might, but who knows? I don't think he needs to, because he is the mandatory for the WBO title. The winner of Joshua and Ruiz will fight the IBF mandatory, which is Pulev. That is the next fight after the winner, whoever fights that. So the likelihood is the WBO will strip one of those two guys. Usyk is next in line, so he doesn't need to go in a competition to go and decide and go through none of that. I'm sure he's on decent money also. So some of these guys, it depends what's on the line. They're gonna have to, that competition, they're gonna have to put up a hell of a lot of money for certain heavyweights to enter. But Anthony Joshua would not. No. Anthony Joshua won't go in there.
I understand that.
Yeah. So then, how do you have a competition? Because you can't find out who's the best.
Well, no. The thing about it is, it's not necessarily have to. Some people can not enter for political reasons, boxing political reasons, but you can still do it. You can still do it. Do you know what I mean?
What, for the WBO?
Oh no, well, WBO is still a world championship.
Yeah, but I don't think. When I was there, that Chisora Price.
But not just that, maybe just the Arlie Trophy.
And I think Chisora was below him if he didn't get Price out at that time. I don't think Chisora's beat anyone worthy for a title shot yet. I think he's beaten people who's man to beat.
I would say something there.
Who's he beat, really? That's amazing.
my personal opinion is, I think there should be a white Chisora trilogy.
No way.
I think so.
Smoked to the 11th on the floor, bro.
No, because
that shows how good
he was up on the scorecard.
Yeah, but bro, that don't matter if you get knocked out.
Hold on, this is your opinion. Let
Which is
talk
about.
And you're talking about the Chisora deal rematch.
I think
You want to see that again.
trilogy.
But White always knew that left hook was going to land.
The only way that match could happen.
Oh no, only because Chisora was behind on the points. He thought he was behind the points. He's actually in front of the points.
I
The only
thought
reason- he got desperate.
Deal was boxing excellent in that fight.
Exactly.
Listen to me. On the second fight, right? Yeah, he got 2 points taken away from him. Right? The referee took 2 points away from him. He thought he was behind on points and he got desperate. No. If Chisora thought he was up on points, he would have boxed differently.
So
I'm telling you.
he was fighting in round 1 all the way to round when he got knocked out.
He got knocked out. He got desperate.
Shows me how good he is, because people think Chisora's good now, but White was.
But Chisora's back. The resurgence of Chisora. He's back.
Will never
He's
be
back.
White in his life.
Listen to me. I think there should be a trilogy. My opinion, there should be a trilogy.
The only way a trilogy can happen is if Deal loses and loses again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only time that
match would be there, but that ain't gonna happen.
that makes sense. This is someone who seems to know what they're on about.
That match ain't gonna happen.
No,
And on the Usyk Chisora match, that match, Chisora should take that now.
I think
I'm not saying he'll beat Usyk, but if he wants a chance to beat Usyk, he needs to get it now.
If he wants a chance to fight for a world title, that's his opportunity.
If he wants to beat Usyk, he has to get it now.
If Chisora beats Usyk and becomes world champion, Dylan White will fight him.
That's something totally different.
I think he needs to fight Parker. I think Parker needs to get that chance for.
Yeah, he wants Parker in February. Obviously, Parker had the fight.
But let me just go over something here. I understand it's all opinionated.
I don't think
I'm fine with that. I don't think he'll be Parker, to be honest. Also, you never know, because he walks forward and
yeah, but his feet are too good. His feet are too good.
Don't count out Chisora. That's one thing.
Don't count out.
Yeah.
Come on, listen. What I will say is, I'm going to give you another scenario here. The scenario is, when Gachaev fought Chisora, you saw what happened. People who move give Chisora nightmares. So Parker is very good at moving, and he's a bit of a puncher, and he's got a granite chin. Another person who fought was XAVIER, the European champion, who fought him and ran rings around him and boxed his head off all night, and he just didn't turn up. But that's a undetermined Chisora that weren't at the races, but still, nevertheless, anyone who moves gives him nightmares. Okay, just the last point here. The last point is, in that fight, just me, I'm just being honest, if I felt Dill was losing, I would say that it's not a problem. But what I felt in there, Dill showed composure, great experience, and boxed a very good game plan. And he caught him with that shot, a big shot early in the round, and composed himself and kept boxing to a game plan, and then he caught him later on. Irrespective of if you say he felt that he needed to come forward, the shot was the shot, and he went to sleep. That's it. But so irrespective, it doesn't matter.
The referee,
it's actual final. There's no more if it was close, if it was this, if it was that. It was conclusive, concussive.
I would like to get first.
Shield.
I personally, my own opinion.
No, I'm happy for you that you've got that opinion.
Would you like to see it first?
No, not interested right now. There's no need. What is the purpose of it? There's not.
You're not answering that as Dill's brother, are you?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying no, bro. I'm just straight. I'm down the line. What is the purpose of a trilogy now?
Because Chisora is back.
Let's keep mate.
What determined that price though?
Because you know what it is? It's not necessarily. He put himself in a position now for a world title shot.
Who did he beat before this?
He beat
Smilker, a shot Smilker.
But fact of the matter, it's a fan's favourite.
Yeah.
He's not a fan's favourite. And you know what? For a promoter, it's promoter's dream, because he makes he's controversial. He makes headlines. No, and for a promoter, it's promoter's dream.
He is one fight away from the bench. Believe me.
Yeah.
He is one fight away from the bench. If he lost, he would be in a very precarious situation. He won. He's in a position where potentially he can get a shot at a world title. But what I would say is, at the minute, it's not an angle he's looking at, I'm sure. I think in that fight we saw, hold on, just stop, my friend, please, enough of this. What I would say is this, what I liked in that fight was Chisora came forward, like you said, he seemed to be blowing a little bit. David Price didn't let his hands go enough. When he let his hands go, he caught Chisora and he nearly went down. If he'd done that earlier, I reckon he had a possibility of getting him out of there. Chisora is not the same after the knockout to Dillian Whyte. That took a lot of miles off Derek Chisora's
Very heavy knockout.
Yeah, so it's just one of them. I think Price let himself down a little bit, but listen, 3 weeks notice, he managed to get the rounds, a little bit of rounds out of him, but you could see he was gassing also and blowing, and he just didn't have anything in there. Chisora was doing good. He went to the body, went to the head, and I think they stopped it at the right time. Continue, Chisora fan favourite.
Well, no, so,
Do you think Chisora beat Joe Joyce?
Chisora beat Joe Joyce.
I don't think he beat Joe Joyce.
But Joe Joyce is a bit one-dimensional, which is my opinion.
He's one-dimensional.
He's a big fighter, man. He's been with the best, man.
Yeah.
So who do you think Chisora should fight next?
Big names, mate.
He's lost to some great fighters as well. So,
Yeah, but he's still coming back. And they still want to
fight. People still want to
buy tickets to see him.
Do you think he should go for the WBO, or do you think he should fight?
I think he's good. He's put himself in the position for a WBO shot. It's a title shot. Let's not take that lightly. He's put himself in that position. And look at him, he's lost 10 times or something like that. 9 times, and he's still got getting a WBO title shot. Think about that.
Stop. He hasn't got that opportunity. It's a possibility. You're jumping the gun.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Anything is possible.
If they're all under Eddie Hearn can make it happen on the stroke of a pen.
Anything is possible.
I've heard that the winner of Wilder and Fury is going to be franchised WBC. So Deal might fight for WBC anyway.
Yeah, I heard that's a possibility. Funny enough, I mentioned it last week when we was doing that interview with Eddie Hearn, but I said obviously because it's my bro Dillian Whyte, there is a possibility they're not going to do it just yet. But who knows? Down the line we'll see. After the Fury and Wilder winner, maybe that is a step they take for whoever is the winner. But we've got to see down the line, in boxing, stranger things happen.
I think Dill will get shot.
We just want to see Dill fight Wilder. We want to see them fight. We don't even care for a belt. We want that Dill Wilder fight. Obviously, I know Dill cares for the belt, but the fans and talking.
But I think Fury's going to beat Wilder in the rematch.
You believe so? I think there's many outcomes in that fight in terms of it's either DEONTAY Wilder for me. As I've said in many, I had Tyson Fury winning. I actually put down a draw on one.
Jeez.
I wanted a draw as well. Take my highlight, mate.
Yeah, I put down on the draw, got some great money, got some great numbers there. But the thing I look at is, it's a possibility. You know, when you fight someone, you get a little bit closer to understanding them, understanding their style. What can happen in this fight is a possibility that Wilder says, I know I've done 12 rounds of this guy. I've got the punching power to put this guy to sleep. I put him down twice and he had a resurgence, managed to get up. So I took his best shots and he couldn't make a dent in me. So what I might do now is walk forward a bit more and start a little bit early and start letting my hands go early, because he didn't let his hands go as much in the early rounds. Maybe, because he was trying to feel them out and see what's happening. So he might come out with a little bit more of an aggressive style, like he did against Dominic Brazil and just smoked him, and like he did against Tavern. So let's take the names away, because I don't want to discredit Tyson Fury, because those guys are not even in the same stratosphere as the old Gypsy King, because he's an exceptional fighter with amazing skills. But he could come forward and try and start letting Hell for Leather go early, or it's the same with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is saying, well listen, I took that sucker's best shots, he couldn't keep me down. Furthermore, I came back and fought him after only a few shit fights. Let me go in there now after all the fights I'm saying. He could come in there with a whole different attitude and start walking him down, cut the range and try and smoke my man. So either way, both fighters are going to have a resurgence. They're going to be much more confident, and we're going to see, I think, even a hell of a better fight. But yeah, again, we're jumping the gun, because end of October, November the 30th, he has to do it again with Ortiz. They look at old foot man there. So let's see what's popping. What are your thoughts on the Ortiz?
It's yours, man.
Do you like when Fury's walking forward? You see him against Otto Welling? How did you?
Yeah, I thought that was amazing. I thought he done really good.
I think Otto Welling.
Do you know what? No, do you know what?
He's alright, isn't it?
Check this. There's a side to this. Because of the injury to Tyson Fury, he had to adapt a different style of fight and an approach where he had to go forward and cut the range so he wouldn't get jabbed on the ice or regular. And he seemed a lot more aggressive.
He had to.
You understand? And that was a nice side to see, that he's got a little bit of that killer instinct. He kept going forward. A lot of people saying the fight should have been stopped. It's this. Yeah, again, this
would have been somewhere else.
Possibly. Yeah, he was on that. What you said, you thought it should have been.
I said it should have been. He won the fight, but I said it should be stopped.
But if you can see, if the blood's not going in the eye, there's not.
Yeah, there isn't.
My part was that the fact of the matter is I've seen less and worse cut stuff and stuff.
What is he? He's a lineal champion, whatever they call him. So they call him a lineal champ. He's an ESPN fighter, top ranked fighter. It's their show, they're the promoters. They've got too much. They've got too much invested in him. It's never going to happen. Maybe somewhere else in the world they might have looked at it, but he wasn't any harm. Dirty old Wallin was doing some nasty shit, rubbing his gloves in and cutting all kind of shit. My man should have, smoked him and elbowed him. A little Muay Thai chop. Hey, you get me? Right in his headpiece, but he might have got banned actually. Maybe not do that anyway, Tyson. But I mean,
don't do that at home, kids. But anyway, listen. I just want to move on for a sec. You're MC, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're MC, right? Yeah. And basically, I just had some good news. All right, because I done a program on Sky Sports called MC Academy. This was last year with Michael Buffer and Eddie Hearn, and I've been told that now I've just got a gig, thanks to Ian, for basically being an MC. So I'm making my MC debut as a boxing MC. You know what I mean? Booming a star.
Did you win that thing?
I didn't win it. I came fourth.
Oh, okay.
I came fourth. You know what I mean? So, but basically, I still pretty good out of thousands and thousands of winners. So
you got like a powerful voice though, innit? So.
I've got a powerful voice. I know how to, how to project.
Let's
fucking leave it, mate.
Let's say it. In the blue corner, we have a big fella by the name of
I hope some
Dean
fucking
Whyte.
cunt doesn't win it.
Heading out Brixton. He's got a boxing record of 2 losses and 1 draw. And in the red corner we have the Boomulator! He hails from Tottenham, North London, and he has a loss of 1 loss, one win and 1 draw.
He's fucking lying. He's telling us about 50. Look at the state of this cunt. Get out of here. Nah, I'm joking.
So as I said, I'm making my MC debut on the 30th of November in Grays, Essex. Come down, check it out. I have one of my suits on. Check it out. You've got to believe it to see it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. We want to start somewhere, do you know what I mean? You know, I could be the next Michael Buffer, you know, you never know.
Why is that keys with the job?
Don't think so, buddy.
Your name twice though.
That keeps winning it. That's what it does.
He's fingering it.
Repeats it twice, isn't it?
He's got a reason behind that though.
But basically, I'm looking
for Diamante.
Oh yeah, Diamante. That's it.
I'm looking for a catchphrase right here to have, you know, like let's get rid of the rumble. Boom, yeah, boom up. So anyone out there who think it's some ideas or whatever, I'll get you a ringside ticket. If you can sort me out, if you can tell me a good catchphrase to use for my fights, introducing boxing to the ring. The best one will get a ringside ticket, and I'll buy you a pint as well.
All right, moving forward, excellent news for you. I probably should say something myself. MTK yet again, doing great stuff out here in the sport of boxing. I'm making my first pundit gig this Sunday on the 3rd of November on an MTK show also. So I'll give myself a round of applause also. So, and be there or be square. If I see you there, give me a yell out. Black Box Management, be in the building as always. Moving forward, let's talk about this weekend's fight, mega fight. The boy, the golden boy over there, Canelo, the machine against the crusher, Kovalev. Here's the floor to you.
They got Canelo ready for this type of fight by a fighter Rocky Fielding, a tall person. I think he's way taller, probably about 2 inches taller than Canelo. Than Kovalev. So you could see the pattern. You could see where this was going by the level of opposition he's fighting. Obviously, Kovalev's been in 2 camps back to back now versus Yards, and now he's got another camp ready for Canelo. So obviously, everyone knows he likes to drink. So we know where Canelo's going to be targeting. It's going to be the body. I think but obviously Kovalev saying that, why do people think he don't like taking shots to the body? He's laughing at this, so this is intriguing me. He's training Buddy McGirt, saying that we're going to control things at long distance. Let's see how Canelo do is getting in.
I think it'll be early doors for first 4 rounds, man.
What Canelo?
Yeah, get rid of him easy. Kov.
That Kovalev jab is awesome.
It is.
Awesome jab.
It is. And the Buddy McGirt is kind of even.
I think that's the first thing we've agreed on in some time.
And the thing was, Canelo is known for his body punches, but obviously, I'm sure Kovalev is world class. He's going to have to combat that.
Does anyone know how tall Canelo is? He's 5'8". So, like, he's not going in with like a novice boxer. He's going with the crusher. Kovalev. So
legend.
that being said, he's just not going to get in the inside so easy, freely, this, that, and other. Not saying he's not going to get the inside, but it just intrigues me to see how he's going to do it. But I reckon he will do it, but let's see how he's going to do it, because
it's going to be a big test, you know, because you know what, you're moving up gears, moving up weights.
He's talking about going to cruiserweight today after.
Yeah?
That's what he said.
Anyway, that's, if
He wants to go to cruiserweight.
This guy's trying to make history, Canelo. He's a young man that's probably won. How many? What is this going to be?
50 fights, isn't it?
What title? He's done so much things. Listen, he's had over what 55 fights or something like that.
So
he's only 28.
But he is being matched very good. Nothing, no discredit to that. Let's go. He went up for Rocky Fielding. Managed to get a title shot. Win vacated. Went and got a belt off against Beefy, Liam Smith. Won, vacated. Now he's going up against the Crusher, which I think he will
beat thing as well. So it's got
Which one?
What's his name? The Puerto Rican boy that fought Floyd. So I've gone.
Oh, Cotto. Was that for a title though? I can't remember.
160 if I'm correct.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, it could have been. But that was yet again a Cotto past his best as well. Yeah, again. So this is now 4 people past their best. Now we're going up against the Crusher, who is no longer the Crusher for me. He is not crushing people and destroying people as he used to do. The blueprint was there to beat him many years ago. Andre Ward showed you. Anthony Yard, he came out short. My boy Anthony Yard, a good account of himself, but he came out short. I believe if he went to the body early, he would have got better dividends. But listen, that's in the history books. He tried. He'll be back again. I think Canelo won't make the same mistake. He is a totally different beast. Like I was reading this morning, he said, "Listen, I'm training at my walking around weight. I'm comfortable. I'm allowed to eat what I want. I'm doing weights now because I don't normally do weights." And he is doing exactly what it was. He's going to come in super big, super strong, and he's going to have even more power. He is going to be the smaller man. I know the Crusher has got a world-class jab, and what I like from the Crusher, what he was doing against Shadi, he was doing a 1-2 jab, so 1-2-1, which is a brilliant combination, and pushed the guy back. But what I like from Canelo, he's got great head movement. He slips off the line and pivots really well, and the lateral movement, and he goes to the body really well. I just think he's going to be the hungrier, young, fresher man, and midway, 7th round, 8th round, if not before, I think he's going to get the Crusher out there with some brutal body shots, and that'll be the last of the Crusher. But I think he's got more. I think he's got more fights in him. But I think that might be the last of the Crusher.
Cash out.
That is the cash out.
This is the cash out fight.
Yeah,
That is the cash out.
He's cash out. But obviously, I just want to see how Canelo's going to do this. It ain't going to surprise anyone that he's doing what it's like. He's a fighter like everyone is doing.
What I'd like to hear from you is a breakdown, a breakdown of how you see your guy, the Crusher, doing, because obviously you're buying from him a little bit. Give us a breakdown, a synopsis of what you feel his biggest assets are and why he wins and what he does.
I feel that, you know what, the experience is going to show Canelo. Canelo still, he's not as experienced as Kovalev, but I would say,
he's got more experience, he's had more fights. And he's actually probably fought more better fighters.
The CV's bad. The CV's
I think at that weight, he's not he's not as strong at that weight.
Okay.
And I think Canelo's going to win. But I think youth is. I think he's getting old now, isn't he? Yeah. He's getting old. He's like
36, I think.
He's 36 years old. Canelo's like at his peak. So I can't see Kovalev beating Canelo. It'll give him a tough fight though. It's not going to be what everyone thinks it's going to be blast him out in 4 rounds.
Do you reckon he could just jab for 12?
I reckon it could be a Canelo points. Or it could be a late stoppage. I know it's going to be as easy as comprehensive what everyone thinks. That's what I don't think. Everyone's thinking expects them to get knocked out.
It's a possibility, because listen, what you got to look at is Kovalev is used to fighting bigger and stronger guys and taking bigger shots to the head at that weight. So Canelo possibly might not be able to damage him like that, and it could go the distance. But I just feel Kovalev to the body has shown vulnerabilities, and we have seen, and over the time, Yard gave him a great shot to the body and he started to fold. Ward showed us the way. There's many guys have shown, and you can't beat Father Time. It just doesn't happen.
Another thing as well.
Let's see what happens.
Another thing as well, it's whether their styles gel. That's very important. Styles make fights. The fact of the matter is, Kovalev might come out really negative in that fight. He might just go for the points.
I think that's the best chance.
I would say that.
I think Kovalev ain't going to open up. Why is he going to open up? He don't want to get knocked. It's probably his swan song. It's probably his last fight. So if he's off, do I want to go out like that? Who wants to go out in a knockout? So Kovalev might say, you know what, I'm just going to go out on points, make it a boring fight, and they'll come out. It's his best chance. If he goes toe to toe with him, man, that's a mistake. And it's all like that. It's got so much pride. He don't want to go out in a knockout. He don't want to get like that.
No, of course.
So he probably want to get on points. That's how I see it. I
do like Cov. I think he's got an amazing jab. Against Yard, I feel like with the right instructions, man, and a bit of experience. Yard could nick that, man.
Exactly.
I think I got told,
and go to the body earlier. I think, but the jab is very important.
I think I got told a couple of wrong things.
But I think at that level, I think that Kovalev can go for the draw if he wants to. Good enough to go for the draw, go for the points.
You got to knock Canelo out to get a draw, man.
And even then you might not even get a draw.
I said that to someone the other day online, and they started having a go at me.
No way.
Yeah, they go, oh, you bloody no, fuck all. But then there was quite a few other people that were saying, you know what, you're spot on. So I just think, you know, that's just my personal opinion. Everyone's got their own, but I think Triple G won both of those fights, and he got robbed personally.
That's what I feel exactly the same, man. And what was he got to do?
In the second fight, I didn't think Canelo jabbed.
It was a bit weird. But quickly, let's change the subject again. There's a great bit of news today. I think this is not a lot of people talking about it. WWE Tyson Fury today. Is it today? Is it today?
Braun Strowman.
What's your thoughts on that fight?
I'm smiling. I like wrestling, innit?
I'll be honest with you. To be honest with you, right? I think personally, it's all good and well because he's making his peace.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a bit of fun. And think about it, it's like, you know what, and I heard that he said to Frank Warren, shall I go? Frank Warren said, well, your eye might get opened up. It's not going to get, it's a bit of play acting, it's a bit of pantomime. Frank Bruno used to do it, man, when he was fighting, man. You got to do a little bit of extracurricular activities, man. What? Listen, Bob's been doing it since the dawn of time, right, yeah? Doing a little bit of outside work, you know what I mean? Doing a bit of freelance. There's nothing wrong with a bit of freelance. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but I'm Fury. I'm seeing him going soft, man. Like, this is not the same Fury that he's got so much money now. He's a celeb.
It's not soft, man. He's probably going. You don't know what's happening behind the scenes. He's probably training really hard for doing his boxing stuff.
No, but he could do.
I heard he's training with Triple H. That's what I heard. He's getting ready for the fight. You think? Oh, you guys are speaking the jump on you think these guys ain't really fit, man? You got to be fit to the rest of the
Listen, I was approached when I came out of Big Brother House. They said to me, do you want to do some British wrestling and when you get involved in all that sort of stuff? I should have took him up on it.
Yeah, why didn't you?
Do you know what it was? It wasn't the right time for me. It wasn't the right time. I was doing panto at the time. I actually looked like, because when you do panto, you've got to give it your 3 months full at it and stuff. And I met him at Comic-Con show, and there was all the British wrestlers and that, and they was doing all that sort of stuff, and they had a little ring in there, and they said, no, there's a boom in there, also you get you into wrestling, so stuff, but at the time I said I couldn't do it because I was doing panto and I was whatever, and this thing, panto takes a lot of your time, it takes up a hell of a lot of time, do you know what I mean? But you know what, as I said, you know, it's never too late, it's never too late.
Fury.
Let's see what happens, let's go for a vote. Who you think wins today?
Fury. Fury, no, disqualification. I think Fury's got disqualification.
I got Braun Strowman.
Quick, come on,
Fury by TKO.
Hey, I'm going to sit on the fence. I don't know. Hopefully it's a good fight. I hope something else gets kicked. But moving forward, let's talk about Progress and Taylor decision. That was a hell of a fight.
That's one of the best fights I've seen live.
Army.
You know, I like Taylor. He's a good boy. I get on with him. You know, I was speaking to him a lot before the fight. I personally had Progress win. But listen, congratulations to Taylor and the team. They've done a great job. Obviously, Shane McGuigan's doing good stuff with them boys down there. But I just felt Progress was going to the body early. He had a comfortable lead. Taylor was pressing that action, but a lot of the time, for me, Progress finished with his jab, and I felt, you know, I felt he done enough to earn a draw at least. You know what I mean?
Me too.
That's one of the best technically, like high-tech fights we've seen in a long while.
Yeah, proper.
Obviously, they got hit a lot, but that's what happens when you fight the best.
Yeah.
And as you can see, both were using the jab. Taylor had beautiful angles.
Yeah,
his angles are wild.
Progress jab Mate, that's a proper jab. Like when you want to see a jab, that's a proper jab. Stiff, fast, and frequent.
Giving him a lot of.
But you can't knock Josh Taylor, man. What's he? 15 fights in. 16 he's fought. Postal, Vasquez, fought O'Hara Davis, fought was it Red Kitch, the guy for the semi-final. So like, I haven't seen a tune-up fight yet. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like
he's on.
And I liked this route that he took. He went through the Channel 5 route. They built him up, matched him nicely. Then he went to Sky Sports.
Yeah, so I was like sick. Trust you, man. He's the real deal. But
100%.
But that fight, draw or progress, I'll say, man. But Josh Taylor, you're a serious fighter.
Fans are strong as well.
Let me tell you something. What's mad? Now you seen the Twitter beef with Gervonta Davis calling him out, saying he's going to move up and fight. That's going to be
do you know why that is?
Listen.
No, I'll tell you why. Only reason, in terms of, you're going to have Taylor, I think Taylor is the bigger, stronger guy in there. But what you got to understand is, he probably punches, Gervonta Davis probably punches harder than
Yeah, he does. So I think Taylor was
no, if he keeps it long and does his thing, he should. But I mean, I think if he gets punched,
jump on it.
I think my man, he means business when he's letting his hand go. It's going to be an interesting fight, but Taylor obviously is a unified champion, and we need to give him his respect. So
can
I
interject
for a second, right? Yeah.
Do you know we talk about the WBC We Be Crooks?
Someone like watch this man, get this man on YouTube, man. You can't talk on WBC.
We Be Crooks, WBC,
You can't call it a WBC, man. You can't talk on them, man. They get us banned from YouTube, man.
So listen, man. I'll say how it is, man. I'll say how it is. But basically, right, yeah. So basically, you got the WBC now. What they're saying is about how do you feel about the Devin Haney thing? Because with Devin Haney, do you know what? To the end of the day, who wants to get a WBC belt by email?
Let fight Luke Campbell for that.
Who wants to get it like that? You want to win it in the ring, didn't you? You want to win it in the ring, man.
Of course.
Who wants to get it by email? Who wants to get it like that, man? I think it's a lame way of getting it.
I might be what Dylan has.
No, listen. Let me quickly interject. I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but what you must understand is fighters do want to win that title. But if he fought Lomachenko, he is a good talent. I still would have had Lomachenko winning that fight. So for me, I think it was the best. Yeah, wait, hold on, just wait, my friend. Thanks very much. I think the best scenario what could have happened was him being elevated to WBC regular champion and him going on and doing his route. Because what's going to happen now? He'll have a few more fights and he'll learn. Maybe he might catch Lomachenko. One sec, my friend. I haven't finished. He might catch Lomachenko. I don't know. I saw you posturing, so I just want to stop it. He might catch Lomachenko when he's on the decline later on if he has a few more fights. But what happens now is, because he's the WBC champion, he commands a bigger wage. So for him, it's brilliant. He didn't have to go and fight. Now overnight, his money, his paycheck goes up per fight, and it's great business all round.
I know, so it's good for networks. But I want to say this, right? Yeah. It's good, yeah. There's too many belts, man. Yeah. The WBC has got they got the main belt, the silver belt, the diamond belt, the regular belt, the franchise champion belt, the gold belt. Come on, man. What's all those belts? It's super international belt. And they got 8 or 9 belts, man.
It's an opportunity.
But it's getting too silly now. Do you know what? You know what? There's gonna be a time, right? Yeah, when you're gonna have like 9 WBC champions, right? Yeah. Imagine they all got the green belt. It's silly, man. The green and gold belt is silly, man. Well, you know what I mean? It's getting too silly now. I think, you know, we need to cut down this, man. Let's just do one belt like in the old days, right? Yeah, one belt, that's it. I know it's all about money. I know what Dean was saying.
Money, but you know what? Come on, man, it's getting silly now.
Yeah, but it's all about
man belt. What the fuck's a man belt?
It's all about the money, though, because like these fighters.
Sanction fees.
No, forget the sanction fees.
That's what it's doing it for.
These fighters, they go in the ring, they risk their lives for us. Rest in peace, Patrick Day.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of fighters that, you know, go in the ring and like they're not 100% and they do it for the entertainment of us. So if they can get as much money as possible, if this WBC brings David Haney more money, I'm
earning an international belt to make them feel worthy, like they're doing something.
Because one of they just want to do this at the expense of us. And obviously I provide for the fans, but the fighters come first, man.
But they think it's getting out of control? No, hold on, let me cut this because we're running out of time here, so we've got to move on. But quickly, before we go, this weekend again, UFC 244, Massiville versus your man,
Diaz.
And Darren Till as well.
And Darren Till, was it Gaston? Listen, there's some mega fights in there, but what's your money on? That Mascabo is a beast. Who are you thinking this weekend?
He's on a roll, man, but Diaz, he's on a roll.
Diaz is a bad motherfucker, man.
Diaz, I got Diaz, man.
You got Diaz?
Yeah, Diaz.
And out of the Till fight and Gaston, who you got?
I hope Till wins, man. He's on a losing streak.
We're not hoping it.
No, they're both listen, Gaston lost to Asanya, which was a mad fight. Them boy, they nearly tore each other's heads off. They was just about standing at the end of the thing. The UFC means business. They kick ass and there's no fucking around. Them boys ain't playing. Someone's getting smoked this weekend. Or a couple of people's getting smoked this weekend.
It's on the same time as Canelo though.
Yeah, Darren Till, a local UK lad, Liverpool. I'm a big fan of his. I've liked what he's done. He's done a similar step as Conor McGregor. Came in, made a lot of noise, lived up to it, came short a few times. I'm going to go for him because he's obviously UK based. It's going to be a hard fight because Gaston's come off a big loss and he's rearing, ready to go, and he's coming for the kill. Nate Diaz, always been a fan of him, Nick, bad boy, coming in with beer smoke. But he's fighting this master bro.
He's on a roll, isn't he?
And he is a bona fide killer. He's not playing, he's not a no leke, no keke, no leke, he's just on it. He's coming to take off a boy head. You never see the flying knee he gave out.
Yeah, 10 seconds,
He's not playing, bro. He's not playing.
Yeah.
But anyway, listen, you give your thoughts in the comment section and let's see what's going on. Check out the Black Box Apparel, Instagram, Dean Whyte, Instagram, Twitter, Dean Whyte, and check out these boys. Tell them your Instagram and do up all
Grim
that.
Sickers, man, all that stickers.
At Fight Fan TV Live.
Man Night Fight Fan TV, and you got the
Don't forget the up and coming boxing MC. Let's get ready to rumble!
no, this is Double Donkey D. Sorry. We are boom.